EA Sports. It's in the game.
What's up, AJ here, back at E3 2012. I am on the EA floor here with Josh Looman, Senior Designer for Madden NFL 13. Josh, we're going to take a look at creating a coach in Connected Career Mode.
Yeah, let's do it. It's an integral part of the mode. Big thing that people have been used to doing in offline franchise for years, so let's show it to them.
Yeah, one thing to kind of explain here is when we've said franchise mode, online and offline franchise mode is gone, that can be confusing to some people. We still have a mode that's very much like that. It's just called something different, and it has a lot more to it.
Yeah, if you're a coach in Connected Careers, it's basically the same exact experience. You run the whole team, you draft, you trade, you sign free agents, all that stuff. You control everybody on the field, offense, defense, special teams. It's the same exact experience you've been used to in offline franchise in the past.
And if you want to, you can limit all the criteria for your league. So if you want only guys being coaches, so it's just like an online franchise used to be, you can do that as well.
Yeah, if you're the commissioner of the league, you can choose to have a mix of coaches and players. You can have only coaches, only players. You can have only quarterbacks if you want. So trying to give you as much customization as we can with the league.
All right, Josh, we're shooting off screen here at E3, so it's kind of live footage, but what are we looking at here?
So this is the first screen you're going to see whenever you select start a new career from the main menu or continue your career or anything like that. You're going to have a couple of different options. You'll be able to start a brand new career, resume an online career that you've already begun at that point. You can resume an offline career, or you can go find an online league to join if you want.
Very cool. So what are we going to do?
So we're going to go through and go through the process of starting as a coach. So the first thing you're seeing is I can either choose with a brand new league to play online or offline. I'm going to choose offline here.
You can actually choose to create your own head coach with photo game face and all that, or use an older one or a current one.
Yep, you definitely can. So the first step you're going to have is you're going to have a choice to be a player or coach. I'm going to choose coach. Then you're going to have four options like you just talked about. You can actually download your game face, put it on a created coach, and it'll look like you in game. You can create a coach from scratch. You can go through and select an active coach or a NFL coaching legend. So I'll select active coach here. You have a list of every single coach that's in the NFL. I'm going to go with Rex Ryan. Then obviously this is the screen that a lot of people have been talking about, so all the different options in the league, what the commissioner can set, so you can have salary cap on or off, what the skill level is, the accelerated clock on or off, how much time is taken off of accelerated clock, game speed, how often your players progress. You can either do that weekly, end of season, every 4 weeks. You can actually turn on or off whether coaches get fired. So if you want that same old experience you had in offline franchise where you coached the Chiefs for 30 years, you can do that by selecting this. You got gameplay tuning, so this actually allows the participants in the league that are not commissioners to tune sliders to let gameplay be sort of how they want it to be. You can turn off injuries, pre-existing injuries, sim injuries, playbooks. You know, we've actually got the ability as the commissioner to determine, like we just talked about, whether you want to be only coaches, only players in the league, only quarterbacks, that kind of stuff. So we've got a ton of options in here. So once you do that, it's pretty easy. You click Start Your Career. Get a little information about Connected Careers on the web, and then you're going to go straight into the hub. So that'll allow you to kind of start your career and get going.
Very cool. And you're going to be with the Jets here then?
That's right, yeah. So you're choosing to be Rex Ryan. You're choosing to coach as him for as long as you want. Again, we've talked about the feature where if you get bored being Rex Ryan after 3 years, you can always quit, turn around and become a player or something. So if you want to be Rex Ryan for 3 years and then be Tim Tebow for the next 2, you're certainly welcome to.
All right, kind of walk us through this menu here. This is the main menu of the mode. Talk about the Twitter feed and all that kind of stuff.
Yep, so we built in a news system. On the left, you're going to see a news system that's very similar to like an AP or an ESPN news system, breaking news on trades, game results, things that are happening in the league. Then on the right-hand side, we've actually got our Twitter feed. Whoops, let me go back to that real quick. Sorry. Got our Twitter feed, and what that does is that dynamically reacts in a personal way to anything that happens to you or your league. So we've got Skip Bayless, we've got Rich Eisen, we've got Trey Wingo. They're all going to be talking about what's going on. They're trying to do it in a much more personal way than saying something like, hey, Peyton Manning was traded, period. So this is your news. You've got filters you can go through here and actually filter down to stories that just apply to you. You can filter to draft stories. You can filter all kinds of different stories. So if I actually click over with the right stick and look at this screen, this actually shows my goals. Again, we're still in development right now, so we've got some debug text on the screen, but this shows your season goals. This actually shows your legacy rank as a head coach. So as you improve and win Super Bowls and that kind of stuff, your ranking's going to go up. Your goal is obviously to be #1 of all time. You're going to start out at number 299 right now. And then there's also, once you earn experience points from goals, there's the ability to go in and purchase upgrades. So if I press A on that, I can go in and look at all the different things I can buy. And coach packages are completely different than the packages that players buy, which is upgrading awareness, throw power, that kind of stuff. For coaches, you're actually going to be buying packages that make your experience off the field better. There's no packages here that actually boost your experience on the field and, you know, allow you to sort of cheese and make your running back 10 or 15 points higher in overall. This is all about making free agency a little bit easier, having your players earn a little bit more XP, having a slightly less chance that your halfback retires when he gets older. That kind of stuff. So the big thing there is that this is per position. There's tons of these things to buy, and it actually just makes your experience off the field a little easier as a coach. So all the stuff that really matters to your league and to your team.
Do these goals change if you create your own head coach, or is it the same thing as if you know what kind of differences do you see if you use a legend versus a actual current head coach like Rex Ryan, or create your own?
So the big thing that's going to change mainly is the level that you are. So we talked yesterday about there being 4 levels. If you start as a level 4 head coach, like a Tom Coughlin type guy, your expectation is going to be really high, especially if you're coaching a good team. You're going to be expected to go deep in the playoffs, and if you don't, there's a chance you can get fired.
One thing that a lot of people want to know about is when you're upgrading these things and you're hitting those marks, can people actually spend their own money to buy these XP upgrades?
Definitely not. I want to be clear. I know we've talked a little bit about buying packages and using XP and that kind of stuff. In Connected Careers, our goal from the start was to make sure this was all about grinding and putting the work in and making sure that your performance on the field and the decisions you make off the field as a coach or a player really impact how good you get. So there's no way right now to put in your dad's credit card number, to upgrade your coach, cheese it in your online league and make the guy way better. The goal here is to make sure that this is a deep, hardcore mode that you have to put the time in to make your coach or player better.
So once again, Connected Careers, not about microtransactions. For more E3 news, be sure to check us out at easports.com/E3. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.